Hey guys, welcome to Reverb Shootout number 3. Every time I get a new reverb in, or there's a reverb that people have questions about concerning whether or not it gets that surfy drip, I do a reverb shootout. And we've got our old faithfuls here. The FRV one by Boss emulates a Fender reverb unit. I think it does a pretty good job. I'll show that to you in a little bit. I've got the Topanga. I think it does a great job. It's been on my board for a couple of years now for my surf rock band. And then we've got some new players on the board. We've got the Boing from J-Rocket. Get a lot of questions about these. Simple one knobber. And then we've got the Super Spring Theory by Subdecay. And I just found out about this a little bit ago. I just had to go buy one to see what all the fuss was all about. Apparently they've been out for a couple of years. So here we go. I hope you enjoy this. Now let's try the Topanga. And now on to the Boing. I'll start this off in the middle position here. There's not a ton of reverb there, which is what I wanted to show it in the middle section. We crank it all the way up. And there's more trail there. I'm not picking up any kind of drip, but I'll play around with it and we'll see what we get. Yeah, not really any drip, but it does have a really nice kind of bouncy tail on it. There's a little bit of like a click, like a slapback click on it that I think is trying to be a drip, but it's not really a drip. It's more like a slapback echo almost, which is something that you run into a lot on spring reverb style pedals that are trying to have a little bit of a drip, but aren't trying to be kind of like a surfy drip. So I think this is a good option if you're looking to add reverb to your amp that you might not have a built-in reverb with. If you want an amp style reverb, basically, this is probably a good option for you. It's very simple, one knob, trail sounds great. It's not over the top. At the maximum setting, you're not, swimming in reverb or anything like that, but it's got a really nice it's got a really nice bounce to the reverb, and I think it sounds great. But yeah, it's definitely not a surfy, drippy reverb. Let's try out the Super Spring Theory. It's got kind of that clicky drip that I was talking about. Like there's a little bit of a drip in there. It's definitely got a really strong reverb trail, but the drip itself isn't really impressing me much. I think it's a really fun and good sounding reverb. It's kind of got like a tin can kind of like oil barrel kind of resonance going on. It sounds very metallic. It doesn't sound really springy to me, if that makes any sense. I think the Topanga and the FRV1 are much more in the springy type of neighborhood. This one is fun though. I think it sounds pretty good for what it is. I think if you like the sound of it, then it might be your kind of signature sound sort of deal. I'll run through some settings in here. Another thing is it's got some extra settings. It's got a room setting, which is actually a really great kind of like ambient, washy kind of big trail sort of sound. You've got your trails on and off, so if you're in room setting or spring setting and you want to click this off to get to your next part, but let your reverb trail continue to ring through, that's what it does. So I'll run through some settings and you guys can see. There's a little bit more drip there when I dial it in like that, but it's still not a drip. It's like a clank. It's like a hard, like pre-echo almost like that. So I feel like I can't really give it a good score for being an emulation of a surfy reverb, but I think the options it gives you are good, and there's a lot to play with here. So if you like the sound, you might as well go for it, but I don't think I can recommend it as a pure like surfy reverb pedal, basically. let's have some fun and let's turn them all on.